This is a little video that I'm going to make because you asked me for quote-unquote the pizza vis-a-vis your amazing letter of recommendation that you're going to write for my ITP application. So what I'm going to do is give you a quick and dirty tour of the house. I'll give you a bit of a taste of what we do on a day-to-day basis. We start with the cottage that we live in, and it's in pastoral Putnam Valley, New York, which is the country, yet an hour away from New York City. We'll zoom in here to our garden, but those posts I put in myself and kind of devised my own electric fence. And then way in the back there you can see it is the compost pile. The compost pile was made by constructing frames that are stackable. What I can do is I can take this top off here, see it lifts up, and set it upside down on the ground over here, and then start putting compost in little by little, and then take pieces of those frames and then stacking them upside down so that you can turn the compost pile. And as you can see right now, there's some real wonderful yet nasty putrefaction going on. And we skip on down to the basement where I have the bulk of my hardware and tools. As you can see, I save almost everything and categorize it and organize it accordingly. We have nails, we have screws, we have bolts, we have all matter of stuff that you could possibly want to build whatever crazy gadgets and mechanisms that you would like. We got these screens, which are used in the paper making process. I pulp up paper using an attachment that I built for my drill. And this is after the paper soaks in a bucket of water like that, and then it gets all chopped up, and then what happens is I put it into this turtle sandbox that I found, and since it's a nice shallow basin, it's really good for putting that screen in, and you can get a little glimpse of the paper pulp in there. Yummy! Then I make paper with it. You lay it out and it dries, and it comes out like paper. Then we look over here, and we needed a little end table for next to the refrigerator to put wine and some houseplants and stuff like that. So I actually built this out of pallets. You can see that this is actually a piece of a shipping pallet right here. And we've got a little shelf down under there to put stuff, and I think it's really cool. Here's Mr. Blackie, my cat, next to a lamp that I made out of this old-timey cast iron screw, which I'm not sure what it was intended for. It may have been a cider press. And we have more cats here. One more cat there, that's Mitty. She's always grumpy. And we got another cat here, that's Leafy, and he is happy and young. We move on to the living room, where this is sort of my staging area for all of my projects. It's sort of where everything begins before moving into one of the workshops, either the basement or upstairs. This is a crazy lamp that I made out of a paper mache. These are some of the scrap wood shelves that I made, and they're great because you can actually find little homes for every sort of office supply that you could have. Here's the upstairs workshop, or what I call the studio. So I've sort of got a battle going on between this being a recording and music space and a tinkering workshop, and the tinkering end is probably winning out right now. All my projects sort of go on here that don't involve power tools. Usually I'll do the power tool stuff down in the basement and make a lot of noise and make a big mess, and then bring the finished pieces up here to sort of finish them off. I built this lamp. I don't know why I'm so into building lamps, but I built it out of all this different kind of stuff. Some of it's drum parts. I think that's part of a car jack or something like that. Over here I've got some circuit bent instruments that are kind of fun. Circuit boards, and make it do all kinds of weird noises. But I've got this dial here that if I switch it around it kind of makes different noises. So here we go. Ready? I'm going to turn the amp on. Okay, and now staying in the same general area of the room, I've got the next episode in the saga of the tapescape world. It is a rotating cylinder, which I had to learn all about gear ratios and the like to get the cylinder turning at exactly the right rate. And on the cylinder are strips of tape, and each strip of tape has on it a different note. So we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then C again. And this is only the first kind of working prototype that I have, but you can plunk out a tune with it, which I will show you right now. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. So as you can see, it is in the very early stages of development right now. However, it does technically work. For future incarnations of this is increase the tape speed and make it go around pretty wicked fast, so that any sort of finger movement would be negligible. In fact, you could even capitalize on the finger movement to create vibrato in whatever you're playing. Also, what I plan to do is to have probably multiple tape heads that would attach to gloves, so that you don't have to worry about getting that real thin strip where the signal actually lies, instead of not getting noise. As you could see, the noise coming out was intermittent. And then have maybe like 2 or 4 tape heads per finger, and have those sewn into gloves. Where you would actually have 4 fingers on each hand to control it, and then, you know, it'd make it chromatic and make it huge, and you could basically play anything that you want on it.